9.81 meters per second squared, or negative 9.81 meters per second squared.
This is the acceleration and force of gravity, or G for short. What is gravity, Jenna?
Why, thank you for asking, Lime. Gravity is the reason you and I are not floating away right now, and the reason I could type this and sit down.
LOL, haha, that's funny. Okay, now I want to say the actual definition. Thank you very much, Jenna. Gravity is the gravitational attraction of the mass of the Earth, the Moon, or a planet for bodies at or near its surface.
This is defined by the Merriam-Webster dictionary, so we don't get sued, or it is a serious situation or problem as well.
Thank you, Jenna.
Gravity is important.
Also, thank you, Jenna. Gravity holds the Earth in its orbit so we aren't burned to ashes. And it is also the reason water and snow is brought to the river and we are able to drink without getting liquid floating up our noses. Although, real talk, we wouldn't be alive without gravity, so we wouldn't get a chance to have liquid floating up our noses, right, Jenna?
Of course. Before the 16th century, the Greeks had this idea that perfect cosmos were what kept the universe in place through a divine system. This idea stuck for many people and many cultures and much time. However, Sir Isaac Newton came around. And, according to legend, an apple was the reason we have one of the most popular scientific ideas around. Wow, people have no creativity. He published in Principia his theory. He was famous for closely calculating the positions of planets.
Newton's name ended up being a way to measure force, like Newton's. See, there's a connection. However, Einstein thought that gravity was a warping of time and space. He thought this because of how light would bend at the sun, and the idea that clocks run at different time based on the position next to the Earth.
Basically, it smooths out a few discrepancies in Newton's theory. Gravity is so interesting.
Oh, really?
Some examples of equations that include gravity are potential energy, pressure in a fluid, weight, and buoyancy.
Wow, Jenna, gravity actually really matters in class.
I told you! Gravity is also responsible for changes in tide, due to the forces between the Earth, Sun, and Moon. Also, it is responsible for our weight. We weigh less than 10% on Pluto. I was born with Pluto as a planet, and I will die with Pluto as a planet.
Gravity.
It is necessary for our life.
Gravity.
Without it, we would be in a lot of strife.
Gravity.
Started out with Kepler's observations.
Gravity.
Ended with Sir Newton's perceptions.
Gravity.
It's the gravitational attraction between the planets.
Gravity.
And makes all the bodies circling like hornets.
Gravity.
Gravity, it's so great. That's why I had food on my plate.
The end.